So guys, it's your girl L coming to you live from the ATL. You guys know I always come with some sort of vibe, and tonight I decided I have a special treat for you. So right here to the left of me,
right. Where y'all live, right here, though, where y'all live.
So tonight I just wanted to introduce you guys to my nephew, aka what do you
Hey
think?
man, they call me
So tonight I feel like I have a really special treat for you guys. I just been kind of sitting around, we've been tossing some ideas around, and basically, what I've kind of found, Jarrell, is that for 2023, I don't think love is trending.
2023
I don't think so
is not
either,
trending.
man.
Yes.
I think it's a lot of hating going on out here. Everybody hating.
Right? And it seems to be like a kind of a breakdown, a disconnect between male and female. What's up with that? Because, my generation, I came up, like from biblical times, from Genesis, God made man for a woman, or God made a woman for the man.
For the man, right? The old school days, that's how it's supposed to be. I agree with that too.
Yes.
But nowadays, I think because of the entertainment industry, I can blame that part of the entertainment
You
industry.
think it's the entertainment?
Yeah, because they have a lot of these podcasts nowadays. They man versus women and
the feminist movement.
the toxic masculinity and the feminist movement, all these terms and stuff, and I think that's what's separating the love nowadays.
It's like a really serious subject because basically, I think that the purpose of mating a male and a woman was to keep
The population going.
Keep the population going. God said,
it's like be fruitful and multiply.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, I believe in all that, and what nature creates. Like you say, man and a woman, we need each other at the end of the day.
Right.
Regardless, we need each other.
And it just, to me, it seems like it's just, the perfect match. You made, woman's body parts to,
right, and that's how it's supposed to be.
And a woman's organs and whatnot. So
reproductive, we here to reproduce.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for.
But so, now it just seems like men are against women. And so basically, tonight, we don't come to you guys with any sort of necessarily experience or, expertise, as far as education or whatnot. It's just the school of hard knocks. This is my nephew, Jarrell.
Hello, world.
And so basically, how old are you, Jarrell?
I'm 33 years old now.
I'm
old, man. I'm 33 years old.
There is a big divide.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, so I am 69 years old. So how many years is that?
Yeah, that's a 30, what is it? 36 years. 30, almost 30 years, about 36 years.
About 36 years apart, right?
36 years.
And so there's been this dilemma, and for me, though, what I'm concerned is, like I said, I don't feel like love is trending. I feel like it's not popular.
It's not nowadays. Everybody have this independent movement going on. It's popular to be independent nowadays.
It's popular to be independent.
And it's sad.
And it's sad.
Yeah, amongst our black culture, we're the only one who glorify that, being independent. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be independent, but to a certain point, you need a team to grow. You need a group to grow, whether it's your one significant other or a family of people to get to the next level.
It seems like people are really kind of afraid if they're in love to get love. What is love? In your definition, what is love, and why do you think people are so afraid of it?
My definition of love is a responsibility. It's a real responsibility that you have to start with from yourself, as far as taking care of yourself, treating yourself to different things and aspect, teaching yourself, I don't know, love is really work now. Not really work, but you gotta work for love. People think it's just a feeling, but to me, it's an action along with the feeling, along with a way of living. You know, that's how I kind of picture love. Like,
yeah, I kind of like get the impression too that people feel like love is just this, you know, it's an emotion, but that it's supposed to last like forever.
Ever, right?
Forever.
Right.
And like when people nowadays, if you mention the word like marriage or commitment or whatnot, people just don't feel like that they can really live up to, you know, their definition of love. So do you have any particular thoughts in mind when you
think about marriage and such? Like,
define love?
Or the love is feeling, okay.
But should love lead to like marriage?
Love should in a way, but and I understand me being a younger generation. I understand how love probably can't just be everything. Because I've been in situations I felt like love was just supposed to keep us together forever, and that's what it's supposed to. But love don't pay the bills, love don't feed you, love don't do a lot of things. But you can have all the love in the world for this one person, and then just depend on your love language and how you project your love and receive love too. Everybody project and receive love different ways, you know, because you got tough love. You know, you got some people who come from love and they was from a loving family instead of just survival. You know, you got some people come from survival, but like I feel like it's all a different perspective. That's another reason why it's called, have a divide, because you know, you love your children different than you love your significant other, than you love your family, and you know, but the love is still there. I feel like the love I feel is like unconditional, it's unbreakable love. Like I love you no matter what, right or wrong, whatever, no matter what. Like if I have that attachment of love for you, if I use that word love with you, it's beyond
do you mean in a romantic sense?
Yeah, when we talking about how the woman and the man nowadays, so mostly in the romantic sense. So my significant other, if I love my woman or whatever, like I'm gonna be all in with her, like just give her, put all my cards on the table, hey, let her know, you know, you see me for who I am, you love me for who I am, like I can love you for who you is, no condition.
So how much emphasis do you think money plays in that role of love?
Well, as a man, I say it plays a lot, because you have to have yourself established as a man before you go chasing love. That's how my personal opinion. Because if it's the other foot around, usually young men nowadays, they go chase love or lust or something like that, without even establishing themselves or even figuring out who they are. And then they find love, or they think they find love with somebody, and they invest all their time and energy in that, and that's all they know. Then once that situation over with, they lost now, because they didn't have nothing to fall back on, no foundation of themselves or a business or anything else. They were just chasing that love, or they were just chasing that list. So I feel like it's very important for young men to establish themselves financially in some type of business or job or career or something before you go seeking out that so-called love.
It's kind of came to mind when you were saying that, is that's kind of like probably why we are in this predicament, or why we find ourselves asking this question, like, what is this breakdown? Because people have been kind of let down in love. I had somebody to ask me like twice in actually in 2023. Well, what happened as far as your last two relationships, and what did you learn from that? Right. So that's a pretty tough question when somebody asks you a question like that. You kind of want to give some sort of, you kind of want to avoid it. But when you answer, it feels like you need to have some sort of intellectual answer.
Yeah, so you're right.
Like this is really, really deep. But then, like, I gave it thought, because, you know, I try to come out, I don't even remember what my response was. But where I kind of stand is like taking what I learned from one relationship into another relationship might not necessarily be what we want to do, because you know we
really.
talk about all the time, like taking baggage.
Yeah.
Well, so
baggage.
taking baggage from one relationship to the other relationship. I don't know.
I don't think that's healthy. I think you should come with a clean slate. Like, but I think it's a healing process in between there too. That's why I think some people still be remaining in their past traumas because they jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. They didn't really give themselves time for themselves, and that's where the love starts at. Like, I feel like I look at it like this: if you keep pouring into other people's cup, you ain't gonna have nothing for yourself.
Practice self-compassion. We are all human, and everyone makes mistakes.
When you get that time to yourself to kind of refill you, to pour into you, to even know how much value you hold, you know.
So earlier we talked about that particularly. You came up with that question: how much time do you think that people need to take between toxic relationships?
Time heals almost everything. Give it time. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn.
I think it's a matter of how much time, or basically that's the question.
Time and effort too. Like time, you know, they say heals our wounds. So if you went in a toxic relationship and obviously wounded, so you need a lot of time and really attention to what's going on, what wounds may have been open, what wounds you may have came in that relationship before you got in that toxic relationship, because we are what we attract. So we attract a toxic person, obviously it's something inside of us that's attracting these toxic individuals. I'm just saying what's real, because they say I was attracted. We all on a polar magnetic field here. That's why you got masculine energy and feminine energy. And everybody have masculine and feminine energy. We all come from woman and man, mother and father. So we all have to find that balance within ourselves to understand everything too. Like you got like too much masculine, what they call toxic masculinity, but it's really sacred masculinity. And a lot of men need to get into that and understand what the balance of their and their feminine energy, because they come from their mothers too. We got a lot of men out here carrying themselves as their mothers, and they trying to match their energy as their woman. That's why they butting heads and stuff instead of understanding, like, hey, you know, instead of being like your woman, understand how they is and try to, you know, come with your logical instead of the emotional.
Logic versus
emotion. It's get real deep when we come to this love and relationship. We can travel down that rabbit hole. We go get there.
Right.
Yeah, but I kind of got sidetracked. I kind of lose my point. What was that point again?
So the whole point is there a certain length of time?
Oh, yes.
Well, what do you think that it really actually takes? I mean, is it just time? Like, you know, if you take 5 or 6 months, or what do you think? I mean, is it just time?
It's time, and like I say, it's effort too, because like, alright, the damage, like you said, from the past situation, they told you reflect on them and what you learned from them. So it'd be a time that you sit back and reflect on them.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. Practice self-compassion. We are all human, and everyone makes mistakes. Time heals almost everything. Give it time.
And I think it's depending on how long you've been with that person, because I don't think you can heal 5 months after a 5-year relationship when you done been with somebody. You know, it probably gonna take just the amount of time. And I feel like it's all about the effort. If you just sitting there just dwindling away and just it's gonna probably take a long time. But if you really focus on you and what's going on the inside, it might speed up the process of healing, because you gotta, before you can forgive others, you gotta forgive yourself first.
Forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for your peace of mind.
Right.
And so it's like, however long
what kind of questions do you think would be important to ask yourself behind a toxic relationship? Because like you say, you know, time can be idle.
Time can be idle,
and you
but
can just be hurting and not really.
Usually people, their first question is, what did I do to deserve this? You know what I'm saying? What did I do to deserve this? And if you really want to know that answer, you gotta take accountability. Like, what do I do?
Accountability.
Yeah, what do I do to attract these type of people? You know what I'm saying? Because I can honestly admit I was attracting a certain type of person because I was looking on that surface. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really too much care to get deep down and see, because as a man, you know, we kind of lead with the flesh. You know, that's how you start. That's why women have to be attractive and stuff. Like, we don't lead with the pockets. Women probably lead with the pockets before they lead at the flesh. Not all of the pockets. Some women like, how much money you got in your pocket? Now, a man can take a broke woman out the street if she's beautiful enough, because there's nothing it's nothing more powerful than a woman's beauty. I feel like feminine energy is what makes attractiveness, what attracts. You know what I'm saying? Everything feminine is attractive.
And so when we speak about feminine energy, so is feminine energy just the outer, the hairstyle?
Oh no.
Because women are going to great lengths these days to be beautiful.
Right, but it's
the
not the
eyelashes, the nails, and some of it.
That's part of it, though. That's part of it. That's like, yeah, that's a
when
must.
you speak of, when you speak of feminine energy, what exactly do you mean?
That like that motherly love, that nurturing energy, like you can't really, like, you could kind of get it with the masses. It's something about feminine energy, like, because nowadays women, I can't speak for women, but a lot of women come off as hyper masculine. You know, and they be tough. They do things with men, like argue and stuff like that. I mean, like, they just try to battle with them. Women, they more like gentle. They aggressive, but they don't have to be like a man aggressive. A woman could say some things like, tell me, like, I'm so disappointed in you, and I'd be like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta be like men or so yeah, it's like the approach, how you say, how you carry yourself. It's just, I can't really describe how I see feminine energy. A woman just being a woman, you know, being comfortable in a woman's skin. They don't have to be too aggressive. They don't have to be too, you know, mean or nothing like that to be feminine, you know.
Right. Just that softness.
Yeah, like that motherly touch.
That kind of sexual part.
Yeah.
But I think, so what is your take on this? Because I kind of feel like that, you know, once women fought for women's rights, and we gained the right to be able to go to work and earn the same amount of money.
Men do, yeah.
And I think with that comes a lot of expectations in society as far as a woman. I was kind of, you know, as far as like the feminist movement, but women earning their rights in society, because apparently just being the caretaker, being the
housekeeper, the mother, and stuff like that.
Yeah, just was not enough.
Right.
And I mean, I know it's myself. I'm a woman, you know, and I like to feel useful. I like raising my children was not necessarily a burden on me, but it does get to be a little bit monotonous, and you do get to the point where everybody does take you for granted. That is realistic. That is true. But getting out here and competing in what has always been considered like a predominantly male society, I think that is why women develop that strong voice. And
excuse me, not to cut you off, but I'm with women having a voice and the power and stuff like that. Because back then, it was kind of cruel how they were doing their wives and how they were treating women. Like they were treating like how they were doing black people almost, you know. But I feel like the woman should have an equal enough voice, if not a powerful voice, as a man. I feel like, yes, like you said, since they put the woman in like a working class and they could kind of compete in these fields, I think that's where the divide is. It shouldn't be a competition. We can't compete with women. As a man, we cannot compete with women. There's no competition there. It don't matter how you can't win in an argument with a woman. You can't compete with women, and if you try, you more on the feminine side, you can't compete with no woman, man.
You
wanna work with your woman, and if it's competitive, let it be like friendly competition. Like one hand wash the other, like, you know, sharp iron sharpen iron, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause your woman are sharp in a lot of areas that men need it, cause they're more, you know, with the intuition is way more stronger. They got the, you know, this stuff that we don't have, women do have, that where we balance each other. Every man needs a woman, every woman needs a man. That's
Right,
the end of the
exactly.
story, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like if I look back on my past, I kind of, like you say, you know, when it comes down to accountability and trying to figure out, you know, just basically what went wrong in relationships, you know, over the past, because it really got kind of scary when you said, you know, we attract
Who we are. Oh yeah, people don't like to hear that. I use it all the time. But that's a big pill I had to swallow, you know, because I had to realize, like, I'm attracted to the same type of person. I don't like it. What is it in me? I had to look in the mirror. I see those similar traits, like.
But I, you know, so where I kind of feel like my voice, I grew up in an abusive household, right? So my father was abusive to my mother. As a child, I kind of feel like, you know, there was just this little girl just screaming, like, how can a man, you know, like, be so cruel and take advantage of, you know, the weaker vessel, you know? And so everything within me as a child just wanted to rebel. And so I kind of grew up, I always said, you know, when I was a kid, I never wanted to get married. I never wanted to get married.
I ain't know that. You made that mind. Like, at that age as a kid, I ain't never know that.
As a young child.
I get it now you say, yeah. I don't want to get married either.
I said, because not only was it taking place in my house, you could just, you know, you knew, you know, pretty much what the environment that I grew up in, the less fortunate black homes, you would probably find more violence, you know, taking place, you know, less, in the marriages, and you know, less educated or whatnot. But I felt like that by the time I was a teenager and just really actually became of dating age,
stuff like that.
And considering getting married, I really never agreed or just gave into the idea of getting married until I was like 35. Like the whole time,
Turn your wounds into wisdom. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow.
I mean, I wanted a relationship with a man.
But not get tied down, I believe.
But I just did not want anybody ruling over me. My mother used to my mother was a good housekeeper. But I remember, you know, like she did things like laundry, you know, ironing clothes and getting things prepared for the week. And then my father, not only did he cheat, you know, not only was he abusive, but he cheated
too.
as well. So, you know, like I didn't grow up with the mindset of I want to be somebody's wife.
Right, exactly, because it's not attractive at all. It's like, I don't want to be this. I think that's how men kind of feel it nowadays in this modern.
I think it's being reversed.
Like they brought it up, you know, like now when you bring it up, I'm like, it sounds like us men nowadays. It's like nothing attractive about marriage. Like, what sounds so good about marriage? It's like, okay, I'm with this woman forever, but it's like, if she ain't like Beyonce or something, like, how I want to be stuck with this one woman forever? Like, it's not even just that too. It's just cause like money play a big part. So you want to be financially stable for your woman. I think a lot of men have a big fear of being cheated on by their wife, you know, because that's what's going on nowadays. Like, they rather be cheated on by their girlfriend than cheated on by their wife, you know, because I feel like that's my personal take on it, because I speak with men, amongst men, and I think, that's one of them things, like, you know, I don't want to be cheated on by my wife, you know, so they rather have a girlfriend and keep her girlfriend however long it is it might take.
You're not saying having a wife and a girlfriend.
No, I'm talking about just
so you would rather not get married
at all than keep a girl.
Risk.
It's safer, because like, this is an embarrassment. Your wife cheats on you with another man and y'all done jumped the broom and did all this. I'm talking, it really, take a lot for a man to do that. The married woman to get down on one knee and take that big commitment to merge families together. So if I did that and you cheat on me, we both going to hell, baby. I feel like a lot of men think like this, so that's why they rather just not do it at all. I'm gonna keep you in the girlfriend zone or the friend zone.
Really?
Milk my benefits, what I can get out of it.
I mean, and there you have it, America.
Yeah, this is a masculine way of thinking. And I ain't gonna lie, society made it so crazy to where women be wanting just the financial benefits, so it's kind of easy for men now. Like, look, I give you some money, you give me what I want, and we just keep it like that. And that's how society got it. So it's like it's a microwave. We in a microwave society. Back then, with the marriage, that love was, you stick it in the oven, let it roast, you know what I'm saying? Now you stick that junk in the microwave, you get what you want and go on to the next meal. That's how it is. And today's 2023 love situation.
Wow.
I know it's a lot to swallow, but it's harsh out here. It's harsh out here. It's scary.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I want to know, because those are the kind of, I mean, I appreciate that point of view, because
I just had to keep it raw. I ain't keeping it clean. I want to keep it real, keep it raw.
Yeah, we definitely want to have the most open, honest conversation that we can have on this subject, because for me, it's like, I mean, I grew up with my own personal point of view, about it. But then at some point I kind of gave into it, because of course in my day, it just wasn't as accepted. Well, I kind of came at the end or the beginning of kind of that rebellious revolution, where women, I mean, they had just kind of introduced in vitro fertilization, or women having babies without the presence of a father in the home. And I mean, we were the 60s, like, so I would say around between the 60s and the 70s, women burned the bra. There were these movements.
Yeah, it's like free women, freedom, women empowerment, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the feminist movements mostly were predominant. Even when I was a little girl and I didn't quite understand, totally grasp.
Right, what was going on?
Yeah, what was really happening?
Yeah, but you can see it though. You can see
it was all around me. So I kind of grew up, like the flower child, the hippie. It was all about
like the good days right there, freedom days. Everybody represent freedom, and peace. That's what
peace and love, and nobody. Certain things had, even though I grew up with that Christian foundation, you're supposed to.
Yeah, they got more restrictions in that Christian. It's like you still seem on some flower power, live life. That seemed more attractive in that time.
And then birth control had just become, so it was like more accepted. The bigger families, like we were the baby boomers generation. Baby boomers. But when it came down to the baby boomers probably only produced maybe like 2.5, not 2.5, but maybe like 2 children, a girl and a boy, and that was kind of pretty much it. But it's just, like I say, the whole thing of love just not being popular.
Yeah, I think it's a strategic thing in the
negative influences
industry to not make it popular, because they used to put in the music back then. That's how they used to sing about it, stuff like that. I love love songs. That's when the love was real. That's when them folks was really in love, and that's when it was spread and everybody loved it. But now the music more tilted towards, infidelity and who cheating on who, baby mom, baby dad is more entertaining. Like the controversy is more entertaining nowadays, so it's like people leaning more to that in real life. They looking past the love stuff like that. So I feel like that plays a big part in the entertainment, like what you listening to. Like
when writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen.
I'm born in 1990, so I kind of like them old 1990 R&B songs and stuff like that. Like, yo, but it's like nowadays it's just not that. Even all the R&B song nowadays, they promoting infidelity and drugs and like really almost sound like rap music nowadays in the R&B song. I'm like, this the problem right here because I know
they do a lot of collaboration between R&B and rap.
Right, and they putting up just a narrative out like you just gotta be this. It's not cool to be in love no more. Like it's not cool just to have your one girlfriend or your one wife and take over the world. It's not cool for the youth. But like I don't know.
I feel like music has always, back. Was it the 90s when more the lyrics were more violent?
That's when it changed. The shift actually happened. It was that, though I say it was a strategic move in the rap industry. They did that on purpose to capture, black people in a way, basically pipeline from high school to prison for the music. That's a whole nother subject because it's like the music industry are owned by private prisons, so that's what their strategy was. So like instead of making us populate and reproduce and fall in love and get married, they say, nah, let's take them straight to jail, and that's what's going on nowadays. It's like, so you want to be in love, listen to love songs, listen to love music.
As long as there's like infidelity and the sexuality, promiscuousness.
And that scare people from love, that's why I say like, it's people, a lot of people, I feel like everybody want to be in love. Everybody really want love. Right. Everybody want the same thing, whether they want to admit it or not. We all want to be in love, but we're afraid. We're in a fear-driven society. Everything led with fear instead of love. But we lead with love, we can find love. But we lead with fear first. That's why we can't get the love.
Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see.
Yeah, there's that saying that everything you want is on the other side of fear.
It actually is. And we all want love, but that fear, I'm scared to get married, because my wife gonna cheat on me. You can't never find it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I feel. That's my take on it.
I appreciate that perspective. Wow. That definitely gives you a lot to think about. So where are people meeting these days? I know for me it was kind of like the nightclubs,
I think they still kind of meeting in the nightclubs, and nowadays it's social media. Mostly I think it's social media because
it's social media.
That's one of the problems. I'm glad we brought that up because that's another problem. Social media, they find that they love on Facebook or Instagram, and see that's the problem. They make you look like you have all these options, You think you have all these options because everybody in your DMs or everybody talking to you and this and the third. When in reality though, all these people don't really want you. They want something, or it's something that's attractive. Because if you're attractive, you're gonna attract all type of, people.
You attract everything. Everything you want
and what you don't want, everything between. So it's like you have to have a discernment to know all these people are not for me or don't really want. They just want something,
Right.
So. But nowadays, like the youth, they don't understand the difference. They look at like, I got all these options. If this don't work out, then this will go work out. Which may be true, but after a while, they get old. You keep going through new people, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like would be more organically to meet somebody when you out doing something you organically do. Like if you like to go walk your dogs or something like that, go to the dog walking park, you see, you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog yet. Look, when I get one,
should I get a dog?
Yeah, you should get a dog, or like whatever you like, going to the library or something like stuff you do on your day to day, like grocery shopping. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like the best people to meet when you grocery shopping. Everybody like to eat.
Yeah.
And if you catch a man grocery shopping, he out there, like, he ain't got no family or something, he eat. But you cook, grocery store, because that's something you organically do, you know what I'm saying? But like, if people work out, anything you doing outside, I feel like that's the best way to meet somebody that's like, you know, probably got the same headspace you do because y'all doing the same things on social media. You don't know what people doing on those social media. They probably showing you they doing something on their social media.
I get so
but when
many
they come
requests, and then when I go and I look at the profile, you got like 1 or 2 pictures.
Exactly, so you don't know
no
what's going on.
workplaces, no education.
Yeah, you ain't showing nothing on there, so you don't know who you dealing with.
You got 6 posts, but you're following 1,600
people, right? So what you hiding? You know, obviously you hiding stuff. So it's like, yeah, I think the best place to meet people when you out just doing stuff. Like if you just a adventurous person, you just outside. That's when you talk and network with people. But in the house and trying to meet people,
Interesting.
I feel like that's where the divide coming in. Because most young people, they meet everybody on social media. They link it with them on there. They see them and they talking on social media. Excuse me. And then they get time. They link up with each other.
Right.
And then that's where they make whatever happen. Then when they see from there how long it's gonna last, either they gonna be for a night or it's gonna be forever.
Have you tried any dating apps?
Not really. That's why I look at social media like Facebook, Instagram, them be dating apps to me. If I was you,
I didn't realize.
you can turn up. Like I know now for the purpose they're not dating apps, they're networking apps. You take your business and network your business. That's what it's for. But that's what I used to use it for back in my younger 20 days. Like that's the dating app.
So me being kind of out of the loop. My purpose, well, because I started a business, right? And so basically, when you're listening to the different little webinars, they'll tell you to build like a social
media
presence, a presence on social media. So like I started doing that. Next thing I know, I got friend requests coming
like
from,
personal friend
from
requests,
Russia, from Asia, from France, people speaking languages.
Yeah, you're right.
Say I don't even
know, right? Yeah.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Right.
And I was a little naive to the fact that people were using social media platforms so much for dating. Aside from the fact that I'm getting like all these young guys. But for me, it ended up being like a whole bunch of scammers too.
There's a lot of going on too. Yeah, scammers be everywhere.
I talked to a couple of people and they say women are doing it as well.
Yeah, it is. It be scammers, it be dating on sites. It's everything on Facebook. They have a Facebook marketplace. You can probably buy or get anything on there, even a girlfriend, you know. But nah, they have dating sites. I don't know, I heard of Tinder and stuff, but I never really used dating sites. I don't like dating sites. I kind of like meeting people organically, because from my experience, for my little 33 years of living, the people I meet like naturally in person, those friendships or relationships last a little bit longer than people I meet on social media.
You feel for the character of the person. People say you can't judge the book by the cover, but I kind of think that, you know, with a little bit of conversation plus the real, because people can put up all these profiles. People are stealing other people's
for filters, personas, they catfishing is real. Like it's some people I like better on social media than real life because they look way better on social media. They act better, they aggravated me. I love so many people on social media better than real life because of this catfishing situation. Like they look way better, like they supermodel on social media, but when you see them face to face, it's like, oh yeah.
So have you had an experience where somebody actually just took like pictures, maybe using filters?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's in several occasions. Like they got every filter on, all the best makeups and everything. Then you can see them that same day and look them face to face and be like, oh my goodness, put your filters back on, please. Like I cannot tolerate this, along with a messy attitude. Like, oh man, it is crazy. I'm like, yeah, social media is a scam. Like, it could be a real person, just a real person, but all their best pictures not gonna be them in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me.
This is what we can expect, because that's what's really
going on. So now I kind of see if you over filter on your social media, I kind of know you ain't the person either.
I kind of like the use of filters, but I'm kind of like I want to take a combination. Yeah,
it could be a light. It's nothing wrong with that, but some people be heavy on the filters. There's nothing light about their filters. That means, I know what's going on behind them filters.
So what do you think about a girl? So that kind of brings me to like I kind of like Like, I mean, I feel like makeup enhances a girl, but sometimes, I mean, for me, I just feel like we have gotten into glamour makeup like on a daily basis.
On the daily,
because,
that's the problem.
being a cosmetologist, I grew up, and as a model, there was what's called daytime makeup.
Okay.
There's, for business purposes or, for different occasions, you wore
different makeup.
you wore different makeup, but
Right.
now I'm
It's
seeing
caked on heavy.
eyelash is caked on.
Heavy 24/7 like a clown mask. I
Right.
be seeing that junk too, and it's yeah.
How do men feel about that? And the eyelashes.
All right, me personally, I like the natural look, but I love when a woman enhances themselves from time to time. Listen to me. From time to time on occasions, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I like to wake up next to my woman, she ain't got none of that on, and I still know her, I love her, and hug and kiss her. Hey, you gonna surprise me, but if you got it caked on 24/7 all the time, that mean you're not taking care of yourself. You need a skin regimen or something, because if you gotta hide it with cake all day, you ain't doing no healthy routines with yourself to take care of your skin, because you taking it on all the time and you trying to hide, and it's really not yourself. To me personally, when a woman doing it all the time, it shows her insecurity. Now if you're doing it, if you're going to step out, or if you're doing something, like you got a presentation and anything, you enhance yourself, you want to dress it up a little bit for them, but you do it all, you just going up to the stove, you know what I'm saying? You got to have all your eyelashes on, talking about 30-foot eyelashes on, and all that, man, it don't make no sense, like you crying and begging for attention.
I've seen some eyelashes that I kind of feel like just shouldn't even. I feel like it should be a law.
Like you remember that puppet, the lamb chop. Yeah, they eyelashes be looking like the lamb chop. Exactly. I be like, boy, y'all look just like lamb chop, baby. I'm telling you, couldn't even see her eye. They was so thick. I'm like, man, it's crazy.
Hold up.
It's still good.
So basically, Jarrell.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's worse for a woman to cheat on a man, and how does it affect a man in the long run basis?
Man, it's tough right there. It is way worse. I feel, me personally as a man, because we all know when a woman cheats on a man, she ain't just thinking for the flesh at the time. See, we all know, man, with the flesh, when a woman cheats on a man that she love or care about, she got a whole nother feeling. Like she basically fall in love, but she got, she got a real different emotion. She got everything when cause see, a man when they cheat, they probably ain't thinking, they unconscious, not validating cheating, man. But they just thinking with the flesh. They'll ruin the whole relationship just thinking with the flesh for one night. But if a woman get up and steps out on a man and cheat on him,
she taking the heart.
Everything. She taking it, because she taking everything with her. Taking his heart, everything about it. His whole manhood is gone because he invested all this to his woman. And she took that and gave it to another man. Hey, you might as well be castrated after that.
My God.
That's how he feel. Like if he's very invested, he's very loved. Like he gotta like. But if he don't really care, those dudes don't. They ain't gonna cheat. But if it's his woman cheat on him, I feel like it's very detrimental. And then after that, he's hurt for the rest of his life. He don't know how to. Yeah, he don't know how to shake from that type of pain right there.
You think how hard do you feel like it is for a man to recover versus a woman?
Extremely hard. Okay, now
fall in love again.
Now we get into the juices because right, for a man, all right, in this society, in this world, a man already really don't have too much room to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Unless he has a therapist or he got a good support system, a good woman in his life. But we talking about his woman leaving him now. So if his woman leaving him, that's his therapist, that's his support system. That's like his motherly love. And she gone, it's gonna bring him to detriment. Now he might not understand, like, he gonna lose part of himself first and foremost, but then he not gonna understand, like why this happened. Like, it's gonna be hard for him to speak about it because he gotta be strong all the time as a man. Man can't really be vulnerable and speak about his heartbreak. Like, first of all, you talking to a new woman, the new woman not trying to hear about your ex, and you gonna turn her straight off. She gonna leave because she gonna say, oh, you stuck on your ex. So you can't talk to a new woman about it. You can't talk to nobody really about it, you know, because you've got to show yourself.
What about your boys, though?
Oh, they definitely don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Someone weird or something like, you got real homies, like, I ain't gonna lie, my friends, they gonna laugh at you. You get your heart broken, oh, they gonna laugh at you. They don't take it serious. They gonna clown you because you supposed to be a man, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you got some people who care about you, the people who care about you might care about you. They might show concern with you. You know what I'm saying? Then if it be too severe, yeah, you might have to go to therapy. But I feel like, a lot of men though don't really get over it, because they don't never get to express it. They have to bury it under their work. They have to bury it under just becoming a better person. That's usually what a man do. Yeah, like instead of him expressing it and talking about how hard he had to deal with it when his heart was broken, before he could express it in anything, especially if he ain't got no craft or nothing creative that he do, he express it in his work, how hard he put in his work. Like he gonna go to work real hard, or if he ain't got a job like that, or say he do got a job like that, he still feeling he gonna go to the gym and try to kill himself in that gym because his self-esteem, he's so broken inside. So he gotta mask that over his money, his physical. He gotta mask all that because it's like when that woman left him, it just took, like you said, took everything with her. She walked out the door with it, for real.
So you feel like it's much harder, because I came across a situation where I think actually in 2023, the first time in my life, I never really take men's feelings as serious because men, like you say, get to a point, you mask your feelings.
Right, so
and men are filled with so much
we coming through some breakthroughs now, cause I see that a lot of women not really cut you out, but some women just brush out men feelings out the back, and I just go to assume
we feel like men don't have feelings.
Right.
Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths.
Right, and it could start from their father in the household, because their father wasn't, we call this emotionally intelligent, you know, he probably wasn't emotionally intelligent enough to express his feelings, so he automatically gonna come off as aggressive, and then too, the man who been hurt, he gonna mask and hide his feelings,
right,
so it don't look like he got feelings, because he's not emotionally intelligent enough to express what's really going on inside. So yeah, I start to see why women quickly to write a lot of men out when it comes to their feelings, because first of all, they don't know how to express them. Right. Then they masking them and covering them, making it look like they don't have none. Exactly. So it's easy like.
Sometimes you have to let go of something good to make room for something better.
I mean, I think I got it more. Like, even in that situation, I expressed that my father was abusive and cheated on my mother. But more from my personal experience, I kind of developed this mindset that men really don't have feelings. Right. Because I always felt like I loved each man
way more than they did.
Way more than they
Right. In the case, it probably would, in the case, but men do have feelings sometimes, if not strong with it, or some of them, they just numb to them now.
So what I was saying too, back to it before you continue, in 2023, I had a conversation with a man who told me he got his heart broke, and he said like for a year, he couldn't even
be right. I believe
face people.
I was the same way. Oh yeah, after I got my heart broke, I was the same way, head down to the ground. I couldn't even face myself. This detriment, because it's like you invested everything into this person. You know what I'm saying? Like you basically gave it everything. You trying to change for this person, trying to be a better person for this person. Like when you get to that point, you madly in love, and then she break your heart. Oh, this detriment.
And so we're talking about that word love and people being afraid to repeat it. But so the conversation, you feel like women, so do you feel like women are more resilient? We bounce back a little bit?
Yeah, I can. That's one thing I really highly admire about women, because women could go through the worst relationships. Some of the words I done heard all type of stories, from the abusive to the cheating.
I mean, I myself have.
Talking about
I feel like
rain.
it's what you're saying.
Yeah, not even towards you. Like, I know a woman who, and not trying to speak on her business, but her boyfriend got arrested and everything, like, and she still jumped back in a relationship with him. Like, it's crazy. Like,
With him or
with him?
Oh, okay.
With him, the same dude who hurt her. I'm like, there's no way a man can go through no stuff like that. Like, they say a man can't go through the same hurt a woman that he put a woman through. That's true. That's a true statement. That come from a man. That come from a man. Any man say yes, he can. He's lying.
So now we're looking for.
He's lying.
We're looking for this breakdown between men and women. And with you saying that, I mean, because I don't feel like you can ever just put all the blame on one person.
No, it's not. It's gonna be both parties.
But y'all are really kind of leading us kind of down these rabbit holes, because we could never really trust that, because you got hurt
But in the past, right?
in the past, that you were never going to give yourself
a full chance,
to
right?
us, which is really kind of how I feel.
Right.
I kind of.
And it is. I feel like that's a big part of it, because men are afraid to fully give themselves again because they've been hurt before. And I feel like only way a man probably can do it again, he have to be in a safe place, a comfort zone. Like, in a way,
Like, where is that?
Like, a woman, it's not just the woman's house. The woman gotta make sure, like, it is a safe space. Like, if I put all my burdens or my problems on the table, I should know that you ain't gonna take them, pick them up, and use them as ammo against me later. And I wanna, like, not saying a woman should bear all this man old past problem, but just say he have nowhere to release him or let him out, and it's coming out in your relationship.
Position, I mean, even like when you talk about that Christian foundation, you talk about how a woman should be the nurturer in the home and be able to, like, turn certain situations, which puts a lot of burden on a woman.
It does.
A lot of what happens in a relationship is just automatic.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like a reaction to, an action to a reaction. And
right.
And so a lot of times you don't really have time to think.
Right.
About what your approach is going to be. You just react.
The calmer you are, the clearer you think.
Right.
And then, I mean, you talk about the woman, being that woman. But we've had to survive in this society and deal with, the woes and the troubles, of running across men. Like, I have never really actually felt like, here I am again, there's 36 years between us. And so we're kind of like still dealing with the same kind of problems, but I never really felt like a man loved me as much as I loved him.
Right, yeah, I feel like it probably might feel like, because, I mean, I can't say because a woman, it could be possible. It depends on, I feel like, how much a man loves himself, what he got going on, how much he respects people who he around. It depends on the person, but yeah, you probably have loved a man more than he did, because you have
because women have the ability to bounce back. They have resilient heart.
Yeah, that resilient heart is that love that, I don't think men can match that love a woman has for another man, because they could be hurt, they could be broken and bruising, but they still gonna take a chance, throw themselves right back out there again. It don't matter, they gonna throw themselves out there again. A man gonna always kind of be put up after he got hurt. He's scared. No matter how tough and big he is, how strong and rich he is, he always gonna be scared. Like a man, you can tell if he's tough or he's confident to do it, because he gonna take that leap again. He gonna put that ring on that woman's finger. He gonna show it like he ain't scared of, being in love. He not afraid to show his love. A lot of men afraid to show their love because they don't want to get hurt again, because they so used to get hurt by their loved ones.
You feel like it's more on the man?
Yeah, for real. It's his job too. It's like it take both of us too, because like I say, the woman is woman already have this love about she taking the chance to love again, but she also got to make a safe space for her man to probably kind of be there. Like, a man probably take a chance, but sometimes these women in 2023, don't have the space for the man to kind of be that vulnerable man that she want him to be. He got to kind of keep his guard up.
Listen more than you speak, for wisdom often comes from silence. When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen.
With all of that rebelliousness and those hostile feelings that I felt, I personally just cannot. It like pains me to hear women say, I don't need a man.
Right, because it's not natural. It's not normal. You can tell it's going against nature. Like, yes, you do. It sounds like you're trying to be rebellious, but it's rebellious in the ignorance rate. Like, you don't need a man. Like, well, one day you will need a man.
Right.
Like, I mean, every day you need a man, but you try to ignore the fact you don't need a man. You know you want a man to hold you and you know, be there to protect you, walk across the street, put a jacket on you, and, you know, feed you and do stuff for you. But just because you don't have the one that's fit for you, you don't need one. So that's kind of a delusion. That's how some men be want to feel too. I don't need a woman. I got all that money.
The male bashing has come like from generations, and then when we started talking about the feminist movement and the freedom that women have gained over the years, the voice to speak up.
Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see.
That's why you got a lot of households that men don't know how to be men because their mother had to teach them how to be a man. They had to replace their father figure in their life. So when they remove the man out of the household and the government start taking care of your woman and your child, now they set the tone of how valuable a man is in his world nowadays.
Well, I mean, you know, we can go all the way back to the Willie Lynch.
That's what said it out. Willie Lynch said it out.
The white man deliberately destroyed a woman's image of her man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like just every way they castrate them in every way, like just not financially, you know, in every way they making the man null and void. Like who needs a masculine, strong, tough, ignorant man around? That's the image they put around. That's why they put most of us in prison. And women like, yeah, they ain't got feelings anyway. Yeah, they beat us anyway. Like they get together and like go against us too. And so now you don't have no real stand-up, honorable man in the world so much. You got more sissies, you got more men who still confused and not understanding their role or what they supposed, what it even be like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like why they here? Because it's like the society kind of banishing them out, and only people that can protect us is our women. You know? So once a woman is like, yeah, fuck.
So how do you feel as a young black man in America today? You feel like that a woman, you need a woman in your life?
For sure. A young black man in America, that's the only way we're gonna survive. We don't have no money, you can have all that, but you don't have no real women, like a real stand-up woman who care for you, and you being a man and gonna be there for you if you is behind that wall, who gonna take care of you when you're down, try to nurture you when you get back up on your junk and, you know, take over. Like, if you ain't got no woman in your life, you're not gonna go nowhere. You're not gonna get as far as nowhere. Like your boys ain't gonna be nothing for you.
I feel like as much, and I have been let down. I mean, from the beginning, you know, they say young girl's father is her first image of a man. So of course, you know,
that's what happens.
Yeah,
and see, that's what started that. My bad, not to cut you off, but I think that's why I kind of hit when you say, like, you is what you attract in a way, because it always starts from there. It comes back to the mother and the father. That's when we first introduced love. That's who introduced us to love, showed us what love's supposed to be and how it is. So when they come back to our mother and father, we kind of reflect it. Like, I got a lot of love, and my mother and my grandma showed me how to love, you know. Whereas when it showed, like, when my turn to be, knowing how a man supposed to love a woman, I ain't get that because my father figure wasn't in my life. You know, I had to kind of learn that from my mother and stuff like that. But we get our first image and perception of love from our parents.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow.
So subconsciously we'll end up projecting what we learned from our parents into our life and not realizing that's what we grew up with, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen things going on with my mom and my father. That's why they were separated, because he was, I ain't gonna say he was abusive, they was just toxic for each other. But the love comes from the parents, you know. That's how, usually this become the statistic. Usually a kid come from a married household, he's gonna be married. Usually a kid don't come from a married household, he probably won't get married because he haven't seen the definition of that. You know, he didn't have that idol in front of his face to understand this is what it's supposed to be, you know. And that's, I feel like that's what a lot of dynamic going on now. We come from a generation where people was just dating, and then, you know, and we here now, you know, and then that's a lot of that going on in 2023. People just dating, and they here now. They probably never once was married or even thought about being married.
Yeah.
You know.
So I agree with you there that I mean, by the time a child is 3 years old, they say a lot of their personality.
You start developing at 3 years. Like
Yeah.
3 to 6 is very detrimental for a child. And about 3 to 6 is when my trauma started.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. Practice self-compassion. We are all human, and everyone makes mistakes. Time heals almost everything. Give it time. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for your peace of mind. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. Sometimes you have to let go of something good to make room for something better. Listen more than you speak, for wisdom often comes from silence. What other people think of you is none of your business. Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see.
So, we covered a lot of territory.
Yes, we did. That
We
was
have
good.
covered a lot of territory, and I have enjoyed the conversation.
Me too, likewise.
I mean, I think we could go on.
No, for sure. We might have to have a part 2, cause boy, we gotta get on these BBLs and stuff. I like that. I like that conversation,
I
man.
know, I like that part of the conversation. Yes, I did like that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
But we're gonna go ahead and do a wrap. Hey guys, thanks for joining in. I don't know if this is the end, but
yeah, stay tuned though.
stop. Stay tuned. Yeah, because we're gonna figure this thing out. Basically, I want to go into 2024. I want love to be trendy.
Yeah, for real. Let's make love trend again.
Yeah, let's make love trend.
Yeah, let's make love trend again. You know, put the red hat on, let love trend again. For sure.
Because I think we gotta kind of redefine what love is,
Right.
And take off some of that weight.
Yeah, the extra stuff that y'all think love really is. Love is not in your pockets. Love starts from your heart, man. Start from within.
It starts in your heart,
not in your pockets, baby.
And the thing about it is like when it's all said and done, and you've been hurt, was it ever really love?
Right.
You know, and I think that's what makes, for me, it kind of makes people, and man, Jarrell has given you the rundown.
I'm gonna give you the sauce. I'm gonna give you the gold.
The man and their inability or their resistance to fall in love, to heal.
To heal and fall in love again, because women are resilient with their love. They go fall down with love and go again and fall down with love and keep going till the wheels fall off. But as men, I don't know too much. As men can't keep doing that. We scared. As men, I know.
We gonna let y'all run the world, rule the world.
We scared of love though. What y'all gonna
We gotta figure out how to.
Gotta figure that out.
We gotta jump that hurdle.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
we go to war. We fight wars and all that. When you're afraid to fall in love again, my boy. Hey, man, we gotta get that together, man.
Make that make sense.
That was the past. Leave the past in the past. Love again,
that
man.
makes sense. So
yeah,
basically,
you're right.
So that's what we've been doing here. Is just really sitting here, and I feel like that through conversation, it may take more than one.
It do.
Like we can make it make sense.
Oh yeah. Conversation rule the nation. You right?
Peace out, love, peace and blessings to all of you guys. I hope everybody's gonna have like a great holiday.
Yeah.
you know?
Happy holidays to everybody. Y'all have a great happy holidays and a happy New Year's, and y'all lead the New Year's with love,
Right.
not fear.
Exactly.
Not fear.
Yeah. Love trending in 2024. Hasta la vista, babies. Peace out.